latest generations of electricity recorded double-digit year-on-year growth, and 14 states accounting for 43.6% of total generation recorded year-on-year growth in gross generation in June. So, due to special variations of the lockdown restrictions, major industrial states of Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu continue to record a fall generation during June. So I can now skip this part, and the other one you can see here, the slump in cargo traffic continues. You can see the revenue on freight traffic on Indian railways declined for the fourth month in a row during June 2020, and railways freight traffic bottomed during April 2020, and traffic declined by 35.3% on a year-on-year basis during that particular month. So the degree of contraction reduced in June, where freight traffic fell by 7.7%, and during the lockdown, coal continued to stay the major commodity transported through the railways. So a recovery in overall freight traffic during May and June cannot be attributed to coal, but the coal traffic declined by 30.6% in May 2020, and the extent of contraction was restricted to 23.1% in June 2020. So from this you can see the civil aviation industry in India is among the most hit, and due to the coronavirus pandemic, domestic flights for travel passengers were completely during the month of April 2020 and most of May 2020. So from May 25, 2020, domestic airlines were allowed to resume operations in a staggered manner. So now we'll be discussing about the consumer price index. This I have taken it from CMI. So here you can see that India witnessed retail price inflation of 6.1% in June 2020, and this was not only outside the medium-term inflation target band of the RBI, but also way higher than the market expectations. So inflation apparently eased in June 2020 and compared to the April and May. So the imputed figures of CPI suggest that inflation shot off to 7.2% in April 2020, and the first full month of the lockdown from 5.8% in March 2020. So inflation then is to 6.3% in May 2020 and inched down further to 6.1% in June 2020. So the fall was steeper in urban India and from 7.3% to 5.9% as compared to a 100 basis point fall reported by rural India from 7.2% to 6.2%. So with this, because of time, I have to skip it. And let's speak about the government revenues dry up and expenditure swings. So the central government arrested its gross fiscal deficit at rupees 1.9 trillion. And in May 2020, after incurring a record deficit of nearly rupees 2.8 trillion in April 2020. So the reduction in deficit was achieved by cutting expenditure, and the government spent rupees 2 trillion in May as compared to rupees 3.1 trillion spent in April. So expenditure in May was still 20.7% lower than in the year ago month. So government's revenue collections deteriorated in May after slipping sharply in April. Its non-debt capital receipt dropped to a meager rupees 179.5 billion from an already low rupees 275.5 billion in April 2020. So both taxes and non-taxes revenues remained lower than their April 2020 levels, and compared year-on-year, net tax revenues remained lower than in May 2020 were lower by 71.5%, or at rupees 174.8 billion, and non-tax revenues were down by 1.6%, that is at rupees 50.5 billion. So non-debt capital receipt too remained muted at rupees 4.7 billion in absence of any progress of this investment. So here now the very interesting figure, you can see the job loss. So here you can see basically the farmers were the 117 million people were unemployed in the year March. Now you have the farmers. Then in the year month of April and May, you can see it is more or less same. In May it is slightly increased to 118.5, and it increased to in June it increased to 130.3, but in July it has slightly declined from 130.3 million people to 126.3. And here you can see the mostly affected, the other post affected people are your small traders and ways. So here you can see there was a in the month of March it was 83.2, and again in the April and May it is very less, 36.6, 51.9. Now this has been increased from 51.1 to 95.6, and again from 121.1. And you can see the salary portion. So there um, the salaried jobs are suffered basically biggest hit during the lockdown. So here you can see it was 83.2, now it declined to 68.4, again 68.3, then it is now 67.2. So now you can see the employment rate. So in December 2019 it was 39.4. In the month of March it was 38.2, which declined to 27.2 in the month of April 2020. Now you can see there is a slight increase in May, June, and July, and it is again going to reach the natural level. I mean the pre-lockdown period level, that is close to 37 and 38. So now I'll be focusing on the growth and growth estimates. These are the different expectations of different forecasts of different agencies. IMS, so you can have a look on this. IMF is expecting that India will go at 4.5% negative growth rate. So all are expecting India's growth rate should be negative, and it is obvious. So these are the different key features of India's response, which I will not throw much light on. This one I can tell. So this particular slide I have taken it from the speech of Ravi Srivastava, who is the professor at JNU. So he has mentioned a very interesting fact here. You can see the global response has been much higher, and in several countries, the share of income transfers and wage subsidies is as high as 2 to 3% of the fiscal stimulus. But fiscal stimulus in countries you can compare here. You see in Japan, Germany it is 10%, Japan it is 20%, UK is 15%, and US it is 13%, and in Sweden it is 12%. In China it is 3.8%, and Bangladesh and Pakistan is 3.3%. But in India it is just 2 to 3%. So here there is a scope that we should increase this stimulus, fiscal stimulus. So, and these are the different policy announcement of government of India, like your Prime Minister Gram Kalyan Yojana, which was launched in the month of March 27th month of 2020. Then Atmanirbhar Yojana in May 2025. Then PM GK Rozgar Abhiyan Yojana in June 20. Then PM on the institutional, then short-term and medium-term policy actions. So these are the different policy actions has been taken by the government of India to mitigate this pandemic. So thank you. If you want, I can also share those informations or slides to the organizer. Then we can share it to all. Thank you so much.
Really, yes, you have explained very fluently regarding the trend of manufacturing electricity, primary goods, capital goods, and intermediate goods from the March 2020 to the June 2020, and also you have highlighted export and import level of India, and you have said that is a trade surplus after 2002. And also you have highlighted energy sector performance that include coal, hydro, and nuclear, diesel, gas, and lignites. And you have also highlighted various modes of transport and also consumer price index of various month. And also in the last slides, you have explained that fiscal indicators like tax revenue, non-tax revenue, and also and in this connection, you have highlighted salaried job suffered biggest hit during the lockdown, and employment rate from December 19 to July 20. Thank you, sir, for your presentation. I think delegates could learn about something from your presentation. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Chamoli Anjana, uh, who is working as an assistant professor and head of the Department of Management Study in Dr. Lankapalli Bulaya College, Visakhapatnam. She has an academic experience of 15 years, doctorate from Andhra University, along with MBA HRM, MHRM, also a gold medal in PGD FM. You know, she participated many national and international conference and works many chapter in edited books. Is a member of board of study offered by for a BBA offered by Andhra University. Now I welcome to Dr. Chamoli Anjana madam to give his valuable address.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to appreciate Dr. Suresh Kumar. It was really a wonderful session, a good insight into the impact, good insight into the economy, how the COVID-19 has impacted the economy and that is sector wise. Thank you for your wonderful session, sir. Um, Hello, everyone. Hope all of you are safe and doing good during this pandemic. So, as all of you are aware, that even a small virus has caused a havoc and a pandemic all around the world. People are house arrested. The restriction, there is a movement, there is a restriction in the movement, and that is the reason people are wanting to be updated and informed. Their lifestyles have changed, and so do the needs and requirements. So there is a change in the behavior of the consumers. They are adapting to the new changes, that is called as the new normal, and so do the marketers are trying to learn and adapt to the changes in the consumer behavior. Now, let me discuss few of the trends in the consumer behavior that we are witnessing across the market and how the marketers are responding or adapting to these changes. The first is work from home. Now, as we all are aware that the pandemic has led to the house arrest of the people, most of the companies are making their employees work from home. Now, work from home is not a new concept, but it wasn't that prevalent in India. So, the companies in India were not that positive towards work from home. But due to the lockdown and due to the restrictions in the movement, now the companies are asking the employees to work from home wherever it is possible. So when we take the IT sectors, when we take the financial sectors or teachers and professors, they have started working from home. Now, this has given an opportunity to the marketers. So, we look at from the marketers' point of view, the marketers have a huge opportunity, and also the challenge is to see that they provide internet which is uninterrupted and a good quality, high speed internet. Also, the software apps are now in huge demand because the employees working from the home have to make use of these apps to stay connected with their team members. The other is online engagement and entertainment of the children. Now, the as the parents are working from home, or even if they are not working from home and going to their offices, but the children are staying at home because the schools and colleges are yet to reopen. So now they have to be engaged or they have to be entertained. So there are various like courses that is being offered by Coursera or by Udemy or by Swayam. So many courses are being offered so that the education does not stop. Not only that, the children are now trying to learn and update new skills. For instance, if you take Whitehead Junior, they are teaching coding to even small kids aged 5 to 6 years. And if you take the now the children, because they are not able to go out of the house, there are no sport activities, they are locked up in the house, so they are demanding to be constantly entertained and constantly engaged. So there are a lot of online entertainment now that is in demand. So there are gamifications, there are so many hobbies they are learning online, whether it is drawing or singing or dancing. So children are getting enrolled into these online or virtual classes. Also, they are getting entertained through OTT, that is over the top streaming, media streaming, where the media is streamed by this high speed internet. For example, we are all watching Amazon, we are all watching movies in Amazons or in the Netflix. So these things, the demand of these e-commerce sites have just surged up. Next is the, I guess this is not visible. Is the slide visible to you? Hello?
It's visible, ma'am. It's
Okay.
visible to.
Yeah, the other thing is the supermarket frenzy.
Yes, it is
Now,
well enough. It's well enough.
yeah,
Yes,
thank
continue,
you.
please.
The other is supermarket frenzy. Now, we all are aware, when the Prime Minister has announced for the lockdown, the people were panicked and they all rushed and flocked towards markets to buy all the necessary commodities and the essential commodities, and they started hoarding and stocking it into their home. This was this the same scenario was visible across the world. The toilet paper story is known to everyone, where we know that how people were literally fighting and snatching the toilet papers from the other customers. Thankfully, in India, we do not have the same role of the toilet paper. But yes, even the customers in India, they were struggling to gather and stock up the important ingredients or the important essential commodities at home. So this was very very challenging if for the retailers. So when we see from the retailers' point of view, they at the beginning were also hesitant to replenish their stocks because they were also very uncertain whether the lockdown will affect or impact their functioning or not. So only when they were rest assured that the essential commodities will be still, the shops dealing in the essential commodities will be still open, it's then they started replenishing their stocks. And then they had a challenge to face the overcrowding of the customers. So these the retailers had to deal them through different approaches. So they started restricting the sales to the individuals. So so each individual was allowed to pick up only certain quantity of the commodities, and then there was a limited sales time. So this we have experienced when there was a lockdown. The shops were opened only for few hours, and then limited consumers entry. So now also we see that the consumers entry are limited. Only the a certain amount of customers are allowed to enter into the shops to maintain the social distancing and to avoid any sort of infection. The next trend is online shopping. Now, the online shopping is also not a new trend, right? So, what is new about it? So, earlier the online shopping was done mainly for the it was done mainly for the apparels, for clothing, for jewelry, or for household products. But it was rarely done for the medicines. It was very rarely done for the groceries or for the food products or for the perishable products. But now customers are now shopping online even for the perishable products. So now that we all are placing an order even for the perishable food products like even chicken or fish. So nothing is left where we cannot order online. So the customers who are purchasing online, there is a very huge growth in those type of customers who are purchasing or making a purchase online. So this is a survey that is done by McKinsey and Company, and they have tried to find out what is the percentage growth of the customers who are purchasing online. So if you see here, if you take India, yeah. So if you take India, you can see that everything is blue in color. So anything which is blue in color, that shows that there is an increase in the percentage of the customers who are going online or purchasing online. So the dark blue, if you see here, alcohol and over the counter medicines. So these have crossed 50% of growth. In fact, all the categories, if you see, in all the categories, there is a growth in the percentage of the customers who are going for online shopping. And next is delivery services. So now that because most of the customers are shopping online, so they expect a very fast delivery of their products to the home. So this has become very challenging for the marketers because there are more and more number of people who are placing the order online. So it is getting difficult for them to provide the delivery services timely. So they have gone for the recruitment of new delivery guys. They have trained them so that they follow the strict COVID safety norms. And also the marketers are encouraging the customers to place a big size order so that the number of orders per customers can be reduced, so that they can have more number of delivery slots for different customers. The next is, now there is a trend that people are, shifting towards the healthcare and the hygiene products. So people have become very conscious. They know that they should take care of the health to avoid any sort of infection. So they are buying more products which are, which are hygienic products like sanitizers or mask or hand wash. Or to stay healthy, they are buying more of, multivitamins, and they are trying to eat healthy food at home, so that it raises the immunity of their health, and they do not get infected. So they are downloading various recipes app to cook healthy food at home. They are downloading yoga apps or exercise apps to stay healthy and fit. And even the products which they are buying online, they are trying to buy the products which can again keep maintain, hygiene and health at even inside the home, because the home is a place now, where all sort of activities are taking place. It is not just a home where you take a shelter, but now it is a home where your children are studying online, where the parents are working online. So home is a place which has to be taken care of. Coming to again this survey which was done by McKinsey, they have tried to find out what is the most important criteria that is considered by the consumers if they want to go to shop in the store. So in case if they do not want to place an order online and they want to go to the shop and purchase, so what is the most important criteria they consider to enter into a shop? So if you see here, in India, the maximum importance given to is cleaning and sanitization. So, the 39% of the respondents from India say that they give preference to cleaning and sanitization. They give preference to cleaning and sanitization of the shop before they enter into a shop. That means they are giving importance to, those safety measures which are more visible. So cleaning and sanitization, mask and barriers, because these are the physical evidences which helps the customers to have a confidence in the shops that yes, they are maintaining that cleanliness and sanitization, and this will, help them to avoid any sort of infection. And next is the netizens or the social netizens. So most of the if you take the, the current generation, the generation Z or the millennials, they are the people who are already social media savvy. So what is new about this being a social netizen? Now, when you take the earlier generation, the generation X and generation Y, they are the people who were not so much inclined towards the social media. But because of this lockdown and the restrictions of the movement, now even the old people are finding it difficult to, meet and see their near and dear ones. So they are also getting inclined towards these social media apps to stay connected, get informed, and get connected with their family and friends. Also, whether it is generation X, Y, Z, or millennials, all of them are trying to follow social media apps, also the news channels and the newspapers, to keep themselves updated. And when you come to the other side, the social media or the news channels, they are also trying to be good, responsible enough to see that any sort of fake information is not being made viral. If you remember, when the lockdown had begun and there was a lot of panic among the people. So, there were people trying to pass on whatever information they got in WhatsApp or any other media. So, WhatsApp has, restricted the forwarding of the messages from 5 to 1 members, so that, this kind of panic viral messages can be avoided or can be delayed down. The other is consumer social responsibility. So, we all are aware of the corporate social responsibilities, where the corporates come forward and they try to contribute something good towards the betterment of the society. Now, the same thing now has happened to the consumers, where consumers have also of late realized that now it is their time to contribute towards the upliftment of the economy, which is slowly going down. And also, seeing looking into the contributions made by these business houses, towards for fighting against the corona. For example, if you take Tata, they have donated 1,500 crores, Reliance 5 crores. So, all these companies are coming forward and they are all coming together to fight against corona. So consumers have of late realized that when corporates are working for us, so it's our responsibility to buy our local products. So now we are getting inclined towards the local products. So this is a very good initiative or the start that has begun in our country. The other is customers loyalty being questioned. Now why is the customers loyalty being questioned? So it has been found that the customers have now not being loyal to the stores where they often used to go, and not necessarily that they are buying the same brands what they used to buy earlier. So they that is the reason their loyalty is being questioned. Now why are the customers not going to the shop where where they were supposed to go earlier? Because now customers do not want to take any risk in traveling and being exposed outside for a longer time. So they are buying the commodities from the next stop that is available to them. And when they go to the next stop that is available to them, they try to compromise with what products are available over there. So there are chances that the brands which they used to buy earlier, if those brands are not there, then they are trying to shift to the other brands. Now, if you see here, this is the customers percentage of customers who have tried new shopping behaviors since COVID-19. So this shopping behavior, the new shopping behavior is change of the retail outlets or the change of brand or a combination of both. So if you see here, US, India and China. So these three, if you see here, more than 75% of the customers in these three countries say that yes, they have tried new shopping behaviors. In fact, in India, it is leading with 91% of the respondents saying that yes, they have tried the new shopping behaviors. Then the mindset of the customers are also changing, right? They are very they are before taking a decision to buy any product, they are thinking a lot. So they are setting their priorities, which products they need to buy, which products can be the purchase of which products can be delayed. So they are setting their priorities and thinking very deeply before they are trying to make any purchase. And if you can see here, 61% of the respondents from India says that yes, their shopping mindset have changed and they are being more mindful when they are spending their money. Now why is this so? Because there is a decrease in the income of the customers because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown. So they are experiencing a decrease in the income. So maybe many people have lost their jobs, and those who have not lost, many of them for many of them the discretionary income has come down. So before making or before spending or before expending, they are thinking a lot on what they have to buy and what can be postponed, so that they can have a wise decision of spending over their money. So if you see here in India, 56% of the respondents says that there is a decrease in the income over the past 2 months, which is in the month of June when this survey was done. Now the good thing that we see here is, out of all these 10 above countries, it is 20% of respondents are also saying that there is an increase of the salary which they have experienced. Now this is because of the growth in the e-commerce business. Now this survey was done actually in the 45 countries by McKinsey and Company. Okay, now let us see how the marketers are responding to these changes. Now first is the digital presence. So the companies now have realized that the customers will not come to them because they are trying to stay safe in their houses. So the customers will not come to them. Now the marketers will have to go to the customers wherever the customers are. So they are trying to reach the customers through the digital mode. So every marketers have to make sure that they have to have their e-commerce website, and when they make a website, they have to take care that these websites should have a good content and should have a very interactive page, so that the customers find it very easy to navigate and go through the website. The other is building relationships and trust. So the customers might not come to us today, but the marketers have to realize that they have to maintain that relationship with the customers, so that tomorrow when everything is fine, they will come back to us. So for that purpose, they have to keep their customers updated, informed, educated, if possible give some free offers, or in case if there is a possibility, give them the EMI facilities, and build the trust and confidence in the customers by letting them know that you are not selling the product, but you are helping them. For instance, if you have seen, the Lifebuoy ad, it says that wash your hands with any wash your hands with any hand wash, but see that you wash it properly. And they are trying to show how to wash your hands. So they are not trying to promote their own brand, they are trying to help the customers in keeping them safe. Next is leverage technology. Now, the marketers should make use of the technology to reach the customers. For instance, if you take, if any patient needs any consultation from the doctors, so not necessarily that now they have to go and visit the doctors. The doctors are now available over the telephone. You can take the consultation over the telephone. So make use of the technology to reach your customers and to keep them informed and to keep them updated. Other is needs, anticipating consumer needs. So here, because the consumers are all house arrest, and some are depressed, some are sad, some are stressed, and many people do not know what is going to happen, after a few months. So now the marketers have to anticipate, understand their position, and should give those offerings, which will help them to come out of this kind of depression. And that is why we are seeing, all these online learning, the e-learning on the online entertainment, which is surging, or which is bulging out. Next is respond to the crisis. The American Association of Ad Agencies has done a survey, and they found that 56% of the customers said that they were very happy that their brands were responding to the crisis, and they were helping during this pandemic. So as I said that, we consumers or customers are now getting inclined towards the local products, because we are happy to see that our companies, our Indian companies, are responding to the crisis. They are contributing to fight towards this pandemic. So whether in terms of money, whether in terms of different ways, for instance, like, okay, some companies are contributing so many crores, like Tata giving 1500 crores, Adani giving 100 crores, Reliance 1 crore. And Reliance, in fact, have also come out with 100-bed hospitals. Some are offering, free PPE kits, some are offering free masks. So in any manner, the companies or the marketers should try to respond to the crisis, and make the customers feel that yes, they are with us during this crisis. So this is about my presentation. But before I conclude my presentation, I would like to ask two questions. I would like to ask two questions from my audience. Okay. So what I do is I will share a link. I will share a link in my chat box. I want all of you to click over that link. And yes, can you see the link? Is the link visible? Yeah. Can you all please just click over that link? I want you to answer two questions. In fact, first one is just an opinion poll. The second one is a question. So after giving your opinion poll, you will have to wait for the second question to come. So once everyone has clicked over that link, can I go to the... Yeah. So yes, I think people have started responding. So here you can see a question which says, do you think that online shopping trend will continue in India post pandemic also? So I am getting responses. So far I have got the responses which says 61% of the participants says that yes, 36% says maybe. Yes, can I wait for few more responses? Can I get few more responses? Yes, so I can see here that more than 70% of the participants are saying that online shopping trend will still continue. When I say online shopping trend here, I'm talking about the even the shopping for the groceries and the food products. So more than yes, so we are reaching 74% saying yes and 26% saying maybe. Okay, now let me move on to the next one. So I think in this one, the players will have to enter. I can see many players here. Yeah, so there will be a question that will be put onto your screen. So just read the question, and after that, you get 20 seconds to answer for that question. And even a winner can be announced here. So, what is OTT?
I'm not the presenter.
What is OTT? I have used this word at least twice or thrice in my presentation, and I have also told what OTT is. It's okay. See, don't worry. This is not an exam. Just write whatever you know. We are not going to judge you. We are not going to evaluate you. So time is up. Nobody has. Yeah. So I got the answer. So 32% said it is over the time. 4% says over technology top, and 25% only could answer correctly over the top, and 39 said online technology top. So thank you very much. And now, if I want to see the winner, we can also have a winner here. So I have a winner here who is Neha with 950 points, leading, followed by Nagavali with 923 points. So congratulations to you. Good that you have been active listener during this. So I would like to conclude here by saying that most of these trends that we are experiencing now, many of many of the researchers have told that some of the trends might continue even post pandemic. And one of the trend that they're expecting to continue is the online shopping, or these e-learnings. Of course, e-learning 100% it might not continue, but then they're expecting many of these trends might continue even after the pandemic. And as even my participants, I have seen more than 70% have voted that yes, this online shopping trend will continue even after the pandemic. So that's all for now. I'm done with my presentation. Um,
Thank
any
you.
queries?
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Uh, Dr.
Sir, there are
Anjana,
some queries in the chat box. Can I answer them, or
madam, after Sujata madam presentation.
okay, fine, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Chamoli Anjana madam. In her presentation, he has given the various trends of online shopping, that is work from home, online marketing, skill online, MOCC course, massive online open course over the top, and all the customer purchasing category online. That is healthcare product and hygienist product, important criteria, that is cleaning and sanitation, trends in social media, connected customer social responsibility, and that we are concentrating upon local product, then new shopping behavior during COVID-19, and COVID-19 marketing strategy, that is digital procedure, building relationship and trust, anticipating consumer presentation. Now I would like to welcome our last presenter, Sujata Samantroy madam. At present, Dr. Sujata Samantroy madam, working as a assistant professor in the Department of IRPM, Chikiti Mahavidyalaya, Ganjam. Dr. Samantroy has a rich academic experience of more than 15 years. Her interested area being HR and OB. She had participated and contributed many papers in conference and workshop and faculty development program. Her passion of teaching and soft skill has faced her lots of credibility. Now I'm giving to Sujata Samantray madam for his valuable address.
Very good afternoon, everyone. And this is Dr. Sujata Samantroy from Chikri Mahavidyalaya. And first of all, I would like to thank Praveen sir for this platform and providing me
Praveen sir, maybe Sujata madam is having some issue actually.
Madam, it is not audible.
Sujata madam is not. You need to write in the chat box.
hello, sir. Is it audible now? Hello.
No, madam, it is not audible properly.
Just a second.
Louder presentation. Uh, Madam, it is not audible properly.
So just 1 minute. Okay, is it now audible?
No, no, ma'am. Please raise your please raise your volume, ma'am. Actually, your volume is very low.
Volume,
Yeah.
Okay, is it audible now? Hello?
madam, raise your voice. We are listening to you, but not properly.
Okay, sir. Okay, I will raise my voice and
On
I will start with my
unmute
presentation.
unmute your audio. Unmute your audio, madam.
He is in on mode, but actually the volume is very low. That's why it is not
Uh,
audible to you. Yes, yes.
uh,
Ma'am, can you please raise your volume?
yes, yes, madam. We can start. Ajay sir, you can help her.
Actually, sir, she is not actually responding. Actually, I am unable to know her issue. Ma'am, Dr. Sujata, ma'am, is there any issue? Praveen sir, what I suggest is, if there is an issue, we can continue with the we can have a discussion. Actually, Dr.
You
Chamoli ma'am was telling that she wants to
okay, okay,
respond some
okay.
queries.
Any query you can
Yeah, Chamoli ma'am was
in the
about to
presentation.
speak some. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was
think
about
there,
to.
yeah, there
Yeah,
were some queries in the chat box. So can I answer those queries?
yeah, please, ma'am,
Yes,
please.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Um So there is one query by Dr. Vijay Lakshmi. She asked, how can we make the online classes more interactive? So Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, making the classes very interactive through online is really a very challenging job, because how much ever we try to pull the students, we know that this pulling of the students is a very challenging task even in our colleges. So now that we have to take the classes online, we have to see that we make our classes very interactive. So there are various apps that is available to make our classes interactive, like we have Mentimeter, we have Kahoot, we have EdQuiz. In some apps we can also present the video, and in between the videos we can even put the questions, and we can make the video stop, and there we can ask the questions, so that the students, when we are asking them to go through a video on certain concept, they just don't blindly skip the video, because when there are questions kept in between, so they will be careful to go through the entire video, and we can gain their attention through these kind of apps. So it's just that we have to be little careful in using these kind of apps to make the classes more interactive. Then
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Actually, I want to just interrupt you. Actually,
yeah.
there are lots of academicians being present here,
Mm-hmm.
connecting with us. Actually, I request you to share the different methods I was mentioning, like menti.com. These are very helpful to us. So
Yeah.
kindly share to the coordinator Prabin sir, so that he can share in the WhatsApp group for the benefit of others. Yeah, thank you.
You want me to share information
Yeah,
regarding
yeah,
how to
yeah.
work on Mentimeter?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no,
sure. Yeah.
all of the what I can help us to teach the students.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
Mentimeter is you have different types of questions that can be posed in Mentimeter. So you can have a polling, you can have the quiz. Not only this, like even the Kahoot will have different types of quiz. Then there is I forgot the name of an app. If I'm not wrong, that is Ed Quiz, wherein when you there is like you can import a video there, and after you import a video, you can click on certain points wherein you can put a question. So when you are running the video, not only you are taking explaining the concept to the students through that video, but you are also evaluating simultaneously. Mr. Ajay
Thank you.
Kumar,
Thank
am I
you.
clear? I'm not clear about your question. Can you please explain me your question once again?
No, my question was that please share us all the instruments like you was explaining that there are different methods by which we can make our online teaching more informative, more better. So I was telling you that ma'am, please share all those sources like all those methods in the to Praveen sir so that he
Okay,
can
okay.
share
To
in the
Praveen
WhatsApp
sir. Yeah,
group.
yeah, sure,
Yeah, so
sir.
that
I
it
will
can be
do that, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, sure, sir.
yeah,
I will,
yeah,
give
done.
you the list of such apps, and I will give
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
the link also so that it is easier for you to work on those. Sure, sir. I will do
Thank you
that.
so much. Thank
Yeah,
you, ma'am.
thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. Sujata madam, you can
Yeah, there is. Hello. Is Sujata madam presenting?
Yes, madam.
no,
Yes,
he's
sir.
trying. She's trying. We will think about that. Otherwise, we have to.
Okay, there is one
Uh,
more query. Can
Ma'am is
I answer that query?
okay,
Okay, let madam present.
madam, present.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
five
better, ma'am,
o'clock.
better.
Is the PPT visible? Hello?
Not
Not
audible.
audible only.
Is the PPT visible?
Madam, visible. It is visible, not audible.
Okay, just 1 minute.
Uh,
Now it is audible? Hello?
no, madam. No. Jyoti,
Praveen sir, can you please call ma'am regarding this because she is not able to listen to us.
okay, okay. You can call her.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, I don't have her contact number. Can you please call to him or somebody should contact
In
her?
our WhatsApp. In our WhatsApp.
Sir, I
Okay,
am
madam.
able
It's
to
Yeah, yeah.
listen to
Can.
you. Hello, Praveen sir.
yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I am able to listen to you. Is my voice audible?
Okay, madam. Whatever the kind of voice you can start presenting, madam.
Okay, okay. So very good evening to one and all. And this is Dr. Sujata presenting on a topic that is agility will be a game changer. So already I have got a lot of information from Anjana madam and Shante sir, and they have explained very nicely the pandemic situation and how to handle the pandemic situations from economic point of view and from the point of view of consumer behavior. And here I have taken a different topic because I wanted to focus on the HR issues, or I wanted to focus on the HR trends that have been running from the last 4 5 months, and how the COVID-19 has affected the organizations, the human resources, and the entire business unit as a whole. So, as we all know, that the pandemic has created a lot of stress for every one of us, and I believe that this pandemic 2019 is not only a challenge, but it is also an opportunity for us. So, this opportunities how can be utilized for the sustainability of an organization and for the opening new opportunities for different sectors. And I believe that it is not only a challenge, but this challenge can be overcome, and many sectors will boom up, and many new sectors
Okay,
will
पंचदार थे.
so, keeping this in mind and thinking that this HR will take a different perspective, or HR will have a new approach, I have kept my topic as agility will be a game changer. Now, coming to like what is agility? Agility is like I've told you that the pandemic has disrupted not only business lives, but one of the most important thing is we have to think about human resources. Now, the human resources are the main assets of any organization, and they have been playing a very vital role not only in driving productivity and profit to the organization, but also making the organization stand and sustain in the market. So my concern on this topic is how to handle the human resources, and the pandemic alone isn't responsible because there have been many changes coming over the years. But at the present context, we are discussing about how the COVID-19 has brought tremendous change and why we are talking about agility today. Now, coming to the concept of agility. We have there has been a dramatic change, and there has been a great change in the work life transformations. People have started viewing their life in a different angle. Like already we have discussed that the concept of work from home, it is now very common, although we thought that work from home will be very easy for us, and we were dreaming of having this opportunity. But I feel that the work from home too has its own limitations, and lot of problems are there. But at this particular juncture, we are thinking of work life transformations, and we are thinking of different kind of changes that would take place in the organization, especially concerned to the human resources as such. And we'll be talking, there'll be a sea change. I think that there'll be a sea change, and for next few months, or I don't know, maybe for next few years also, and there will be a vast change, not only in the working style, but also in the approach, and also in the strategies, and also in the kind of culture we'll be into. So keeping that in mind, I have thought of putting some of the challenges, like the HR persons are considered as the most crucial. It is the most crucial job profile and the most critical job profile of an organization. And at present, the various challenges, like rightly Suresh had told that crisis means challenges and opportunities. So HR has both to face the challenges as well as opportunities. And the challenges, what I feel is, like, first challenge is here the mental health and well-being of the employees, because this is the most important issue which has to be taken into consideration. Because if the employees are not keeping them psychologically fit, if they are not well-being, then how they will contribute towards the growth of the organization. Therefore, we are talking about work from home, because the organization wants to ensure the safety of the employees, and we are also following the norms of social distancing. Then we have managing remote work, like remote work, because employees are not going to the offices. There is a lot of chaos also. And I feel that although work from home has its own benefits, but people also sometimes feel to that they should interact with the team leaders, they should interact with their colleagues, which is not happening. The next is, we are all under a situation where we know that there is a lot of uncertainty regarding what will be the outcome in the next few months or next 4 years. So the HR has to tackle these uncertainties, and not only tackle these uncertainties, but the HR has to pave a way, have to find a way in this uncertainty situation, and motivate the employees and find a way out that how the organization can do their best in such situation. And I feel that in this entire situation, what role is most important is the employee communication. How you communicate with your employees, what kind of informations are you sharing with your employees, what kind of a rapport, or what kind of relationship you are having with your employees. That is very, very important, because at this point of view, we have to keep our employees feel elevated, happy, and psychologically fit, so that they will be able to contribute. And another most important thing is like employee engagement. I feel that employee engagement is not a new word, but here in this present context where we are under uncertainties, crisis, and we don't know what is going to happen next, employee engagement is very crucial. Here we are talking about engagement, like how we are we and the people are they able to give their best to the organization. So that is most important. So I feel that the present challenges are quite critical for the HR, and uh, they have to face this challenge, not only face this challenge, but find a way out. Therefore, agility is a new term. It's all not very new term, but still we are talking that agility is a game changer, because in the present situation we have to think of responding quickly and give quick action and make a quick decision, so that we are into the process and we are sustaining in the market. So already we have a lot of stress. People are jobless. There is a high rate of unemployment, as already sir has discussed, and there are labor issues and some other issues are there. Cost cutting is also one issue, and many people have also lost their job. But in this context, I would like to say that it is only agility. Agility is a term or a process or method where we have to act very fast, and we have to adopt new innovative strategies to work and to sustain, and we have to add value to the present system. Now we know that the present system is quite disturbed, but still we have to add value to the present system. We have to make the work much easier. We have to take care of the employees. We have to think of upskilling their skills. We have to reskill. We have to make them unlearn and learn again, so that the organization is getting the benefit of the employees. So when I'm talking about agility, we have to see that what the organizations can do. Just now I was saying that organizations need to rethink in a sense that they have to think in a new way, in an innovative, because the situations are not conducive. We are not in a normal situation. So organizations need to think that how we can build a better work culture, how we can build a better strategy, HR strategies, new strategies to make the system work. We have to reimagine things, and we have to reconsider the talents. The talents here means that we are talking about the employees case, like knowledge, skill, and attitude, and we have to brush them up, and we have to again think of that how this talent could be utilized in the best possible way. And one of the most important thing is the HR people have to think forward. Like thinking forward is this is the new you can say buzzword, or thinking ahead is the new buzzword. And they have to adopt a forward thinking strategy where the HR has to think in a global way, not only considering the organization, but they have to think that how they can not only sustain and keep themselves running into the system, but they have to think of getting the objectives achieved in the long run. So therefore, I'm using the terms like upskilling and encouraging the employees, and unlearn and relearn the doing things. Like unlearn means we have to like whatever you have learned, we have to just forget that, and you have to learn new ways of doing. New ways of doing means here I'm talking about the new methods, strategies of doing the things, like work from home, or using different apps, or using different kind of strategies to do the work. And we are giving therefore more importance to digital transformation. Digital transformation is now quite important, because unless you adopt the digital transformation, you cannot succeed. Because we are again not because only survey says that only 30% of employees are actually going to the workplace. And what about the rest 70%? Rest 70% of employees are working from home, and they need lot of they have lot of issues also, but still they have to be digitally sound to carry out the functions. And the HR has to also look for some open culture where the employees and employee relationship has to be taken care of, and there should be a transparent communication system, and the people have to be encouraged to do the best. And at the same time, organizations have to think for both short term and long term goals also, because in this pandemic situation we are talking about many issues of employees, employee relationship, and how to achieve the targets of the organizations, and how to keep going in the market, or how to keep yourself sustained for a longer time, and how to survive. That is most important, is how the organization will survive. So here HR has to take a new look, or HR has to take a new step in understanding all these things and finding a new way. So already many organizations have been doing this, and organizations have started working on it. They are rethinking, reimagining, and reconsidering the talent. And already they have been upskilling and upgrading the employee skills, and they are trying to nurture the skills that could be best suited for the organization benefit. And even the organizations are although we are having the crisis has led to some complex employee relationship, and but still organizations need to develop a support system for the employees, what I believe is. And there should be a good leader, a leadership skill should be developed, and the employee should have a leader who can influence them, who can understand them, and who can guide them. And they have to build a strategic partnership across the organization. By strategic partnership, I mean that they have to build a partnership with the employees who are scattered over all the organizations. And therefore organizations or the HR people have to give importance to talent strategy and the engagement. And one important issue which the HR has to address is diversity, inclusion, and the equity concept. Now, in this contest, I would like to say that the HR has to think of something new, has to address the employees' grievances and issues, has to develop new strategies to build up, and has to rethink that how the organization is going to. So I feel that although we are talking about the pandemic as the COVID-19 as a great challenge, but I feel that many organizations are thinking that it is a great opportunity. I can give you examples of handloom industry, textiles industries, then agriculture sectors, and your online shopping. There are many fields or many sectors and many services that have come up, and they have found a place in the market. Although we have we have faced a lot of losses because economic slowdown is also going on, but there are many sectors which have boomed up, and then there have many places where there are very new sectors which are coming, like MSME. They have also been started working or doing very well. So I feel that this pandemic has definitely given some new inputs or created some new wave to the upcoming entrepreneurs and even the startup companies. They have got an opportunity to show their talent, and they have come up also very nicely. So it is depends upon how the HR actually visualizes the entire issue, and how does what is the approach of HR, whether it is a positive approach or not. So many organizations have started doing this, and they have started reconsidering the HR issues, and they have built up very nice HR strategies. They have been thinking of some strategies which is going to keep them not only alert but also make the process go on, and how the organizations will sustain for a longer period. So all these issues needs to be addressed, and the HR people have to be very cautious in addressing these issues, finding new ways out. And I feel that India is not an exception to this, and many Indian companies will definitely find a room, definitely will find a place in this global crisis. And if the HR people, if we consider the employees as a most important assets, and we try to give them something new, or we try to understand their issues, and we try to reorganize the organization in a new way. I feel that this is the most biggest chance for any organization to regrow, rethink, and redevelop. Again, you have got a chance. So this crisis has actually given us the opportunity to develop ourselves rather than pulling down. So I believe that this crisis or the COVID-19 crisis is a big. I'll say that it is. Although we are having a lot of challenges, but it is still a very big opportunity for us, because we are going to do something great, or we are going to do something good. So all depends upon the HR strategies, and how the HR handle the organizations, and how they are understanding the skills of the employees, and how they are able to transform the employees, and how they are able to build those things, those methods, or how they are able to take those strategic decisions which will be in favor of employee and the organization. So, and at the end, I would like to sum up that these are three very important words. That is, we need to respond, recover, and thrive. Because already we know that there is a crisis, and there has been a lot of chaos and confusion, but we need to respond. We cannot just move away. We need to respond to the situation. And very important is we need to recover. We need to just come up over it, okay, finding new ways out, and we need to thrive in the market. So keeping these things into mind, and thinking of new strategies coming from the HR, I feel that organizations can definitely thrive, and they can sustain in the market. And it all depends upon how the organizations actually view their employees, how the organizations have an approach towards the different culture, different strategies, and how the HR people actually try to formulate the plans, and how they are trying to visualize the things in the next coming months or coming years. So all depends upon a positive thinking. I feel that this positive thinking of the HR people can definitely land any of the organizations in India into a very suitable position, or we can boom the business. As I told you, handloom business, and the textile industry, agriculture industry, even the services, like we are talking about the online marketing, or the online shopping, and other services which have find a good place and which are now in full demand, they are going to return back and they are going to do very well. So we need not be upset over the entire crisis, but we need to understand that this crisis has helped us to find a new way out. So this is what I believe, and I feel that the crisis has definitely helped us to find new ways out. And with this, I complete my presentation. And at the end, I would like to say that these three words, we have to remember these three words, that is respond, recover, and thrive. And I have a question to the audience, that this is a question I have put to the audience, and I feel that the audience should think over it. And this question should come up to the mind, or it should be lingering in the mind, that are we returning to the way we worked before or adopting new ways of working? So if this question is answered, or if we feel satisfied that yes, we are going towards a new ways of working, like work from home or adopting new technology or moving towards digitalization, and we are gaining something or we are able to sustain and reach the objectives, then I feel that the HR has done its work, and the agility, like taking quick decisions, moving fast, and thriving, responding